All right, good morning, guys. We're getting started just in time for my birds to start squawking. Lucky us. Welcome to Work Time. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember what episode this is because I haven't really done one in a while. As you may or may not have noticed, things have been really just super duper crazy. I mean, not now. They finally calmed down a bit. Thank goodness. But after moving my mom into the nursing home, and then my girlfriend's father passing, which was very, very sad, things have kind of calmed down a little bit. But then I did a commission for a friend of mine, a picture of her boyfriend playing video games with a friend of his who had passed a few years ago. Just a drawing of the two of them playing video games. I didn't think it was like the craziest thing in the world, but I guess the drawing itself, coupled with the story, led to it being, I guess it went viral, you could kind of say, if that's like a thing people still say. It wound up on the front page of Imager, and was like just the other night in there in case you missed it blog for last week. So that was pretty cool, and then that ended up leading to a bunch of people contacting me for more commissions, which is great. It's like super awesome to have people appreciate my work enough to like come and ask me to do more for them, and I'm like slowly getting through those. But it also I mean, I have to take the commissions because, you know, gotta make that money. Gotta pay rent. Gotta pay cable. Gotta pay, well, not cable, but internet. Gotta pay power. Gotta eat food. So I gotta pay Adobe. So yeah, there you go. There you have it. Been a little busy, but I'm finally hard at work on WorldBreakers. This is technically, I started renumbering the episodes as of this new phase, so this is episode 1 of Fates United, Bonds Broken. Super excited, personally, because this is when stuff starts getting a little bit more serious. But I guess we're going to all have to wait for that. If you read the episode, you saw that there was like a pretty big reveal at the end, so now we're starting to get a little bit of information. It's very, very slowly, but apparently there's a core mine being built in the Hemlock Grove, suspiciously started pretty much immediately after the deaths of Lord and Lady Hemlock, and apparently the deal was set up, you know, right before their most mysterious death at the hands of, I mean, you know, we know the truth. It was Group 5, the Assassins Co-op, local to Silverwood, but to everyone else it was Victor, their loyal guard. Geez, what a mess. So we've got Hero checking out the scene, meeting an old guy after remembering some good times at the Hemlock Manor. And actually, yeah, speaking of that, got to see sort of like a heartbreakingly pleasant time between all of the, you know, the parents that are connected by their history, their shared history together. Robin's parents, Milo's parents, and Hero's parents, all still being friends and happy and alive. Yikes. Also, we got a quick peek at two parents that we haven't seen before. That would be Milo's mother, who we don't know much about at this point, and Hero's other mom. So that's fun. It's nice to just get these little insights slowly, I guess, but effectively. Phil's such a great writer. He picked the perfect time to throw that flashback in there, and in order to avoid information overload too early on, we're finally getting a little bit now. So yeah, that's pretty cool. What did I want? I had some stuff I wanted to talk about. Oh, guys, this is totally unrelated, and I know I said I was gonna try and like talk about WorldBreakers stuff first, and then talk about life stuff second. But I'm just so dang excited. Recently, actually, like New Year's Day, I adopted a cat. Well, she kind of adopted. Well, we adopted each other. We found her under my porch, and she was mewling. She kept meowing at us, and eventually she ended up joining us in the home after the proper flea treatments and stuff like that. But yeah, so anyhow, she was a stray, and her name is Ginger, and I call her, I prefer Ginny, Ginny or Ginge. And she's this really dumb, sort of young cat, probably about a year old by my best estimates. Very rambunctious, but very super sweet. She sleeps with me every night. She comes in and lays down right next to me. I wake up a lot, and she's all cuddling me. It's so sweet. She's just the best. But I mentioned that my girlfriend Chrissy's father passed. He had a cat as well, and since there wasn't really anybody else to take care of him, take care of this cat, I ended up taking him in, because Ginny spends a lot of time bothering the heck out of me to play with her while I'm trying to like work and stuff. She'll meow at me. She'll come up to like the side of to my side and reach her paw up and tap me on the elbow. Oh, it's so stinking adorable. But I can't focus when she needs to play. So I took Butterscotch in. That's his name, Butterscotch. Well, that was his name. That's why I'm so excited, because like having another cat is cool, and he's really sweet and nice and everything. But since his name is Butterscotch, I started calling him Butts. Which is like, it sounds stupid and juvenile, but Butts is like one of my favorite words. I don't know if that's normal. I know it's not. It's not normal. But now I have a cat named Butts, who I occasionally get to call butt stuff, and it's just the funniest thing in the world to me. Anyhow, they're still getting used to each other. His first night here, he like wasn't exactly my Jin wasn't as warm and welcoming as she could have been, but they're cats and they're territorial, so what are you going to do? But after a couple days now, he comes out and he slinks around a little bit, and she'll chase him, but her tail isn't all fluffed up and she's not being aggressive anymore. I think she's just chasing him now because it's someone she can play with. So once he starts getting used to that, he'll stop running away immediately, and they'll have a bit more fun. So that's my exciting life news. Back to WorldBreakers. We've got a new plug for it, because I started my own webpage finally. For years and years I've been just using DeviantArt, which I might have shared a link for before. I've had my DeviantArt since, not this same one. I got a new account a few years later, but I got my first DeviantArt account set up when I was in, oh boy, I want to say like 10th grade. And I was in 10th grade many years ago. It was, I think my 10th grade year started in 2002, maybe 2001, which is like embarrassing to admit, but whatever. We've talked about how old I am before. So yeah, it's been a long time coming, and I finally like felt like, especially after all the stuff with that picture and everything, it was time to get my own my own little website together. So feel free to go check it out at jbaillustration.com. Yeah, that's right. I got my own domain name and everything. Fancy. It's set up by Squarespace, who do not, they're not, what's the thing? You know, you listen to all the podcasts and they're all brought to you by Squarespace or whatever. And so this isn't like that. I don't have a promo code for you, but if you go listen to one of your favorite podcasts, I'm sure they'll have one. You can get 10% off starting costs. It's like a really great system they have set up. I'm not advertising for them. I'm just saying I've never wanted to set a website up because it's always like too much trouble for the quality site you end up with in the end. But like, this was great. It took me a long time because I had to format all of my work to sort of like match and fit and set up like page covers sort of, and then add watermarks to my different pieces that I put up. But the actual like work of putting the site together was like nothing. And then you wind up with this really just super beautiful modern website. They've got a ton of different what's the T word? I keep losing words. Golly, it must be so hard to listen to me because I'll lose words all the time, which is super embarrassing. It's probably because I'm getting old. But they have a ton of different like formats that you can use. They're all set up really clean and easy. I just love it. If you don't have a website, you might as well just go make one. It doesn't matter what it's for. You can make a website on Squarespace for, I mean, obviously anything. But it's totally worth it. Just in the end, be like, I have a website and it's super beautiful, great interface. And yeah, that's it. That's my Squarespace experience. Go check out jbaillustration.com. I mentioned all that because maybe we have some new readers, some new viewers here, since I have a WorldBreakers subsection set up there. Nothing new for you guys, nothing crazy. Just a couple sample images from the comic along the way, and a couple sample, like a chunk from that Hero and Vic fight, for anybody who might be wondering what the comic is like. So that's cool. I'm gonna probably, I don't know right now exactly how it works with Line, but I'll probably look into building an additional site for WorldBreakers, but I don't know, that's all for later. If we end up being featured by Line, we probably can't host the comic on our own site as well. So I don't know. I have to sort of weigh that. Like, if we become featured and Line starts paying us to be one of their featured webtoons, that's really cool. So, but I mean, there are a ton of really great comics in the Challenge League, and they also aren't adding new series to the featured list very often, which makes sense. I mean, it's a sound business decision. You can't go overloading it with stuff. So yeah, it's like, do we sit around and wait on this, or do I just kind of get things going and we'll deal with everything else as it comes? So yeah, keep your eyes peeled, your ears open for news about an actual WorldBreakers website. Actually, and also let me know, like, if we did make a WorldBreakers website, would you prefer to just keep using Webtoon to keep up with it, or would you utilize the website instead? I don't know, just something to think about. Obviously, I wouldn't take it down from the Challenge League, and it would still be updated there, because like, it's so convenient with the app and everything. But it's nice to have our own space, because you can't, like, it's harder to share links through Line, and you know, I would want to put up I don't know, a bunch of stuff. We'll see, whatever. Let me know what you think in the comments here or in the comments back on Line Webtoon. Yeah, how you guys doing? How's everybody? I mean, I know I have a lot of questions still to answer, but I stupidly didn't like take the time to go through and look at everything before I started recording this. My bad. So we'll say the next one, the next episode of WorkTime, I'll go through and we'll do a much more serious Q&A episode, questions and answers. Questions from excuse me, myself primarily. If there are any questions for Phil, I'll get his answers and I'll read them to you in that next episode. So now's your chance. There have been some good questions answered or asked already on previous episodes, but it doesn't hurt to just maybe re-ask them or ask new ones if you want, and I will answer every question that I am able to in the next episode of WorkTime. Woo! Exciting. I guess that's it for this week. Thank you for reading. Thank you for watching this if you did. As a little aside, definitely check out that Patreon site. We've got some support there, and it's like super awesome. But like I was saying earlier, the more income I have coming from the comic itself, the more I get to focus on it. Like I have to keep taking time away from this to do those commissions and stuff, but I don't want to have to. I want to make this. This is what I want to do. I want to work on WorldBreakers from when I wake up in the morning to when I go to sleep at night. But I can't as long as I have to focus on, making money, which, I don't care. Like, I'm not an artist that's like, oh, I don't want to be a sellout, but, it's not that I don't want to be a sellout, it's just that I want to be able to focus on the thing I really care about, which is, you guys and this comic. So yeah, check out the Patreon site. Help us out if you can. Even, there's a lot of really sweet rewards for backers. Last month I upped some of the rewards you get for the lower tiered backing. So like $5 and I think $10 a month will get you your own your drawing request. I think it's cheaper for right now to get like a hand-drawn drawing and drawing and a little note from me in the mail. I've only done one of those, but it's a lot of fun. So I'll draw whatever character you want from WorldBreakers, doing whatever. Mail it to you with a little note saying thanks and what's up. And yeah, isn't that cool? I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, yep, that's it. I've gone on for long enough. You guys are the greatest. I will talk to you soon. Ta-ta for now.